What is up, LudyBros Army? It's your boy, Big Bro Lamar Ludy, coming to you with an exciting deck profile today for the Vegeta Zeno and Trunks Zeno deck leader, the new leader that just came out and is coming out in this new UNISON Warriors set. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and jump right into this deck profile. We've got the leader here. We'll start here with the Unawakened side. He's got a permanent. You can only play mono black battle cards. That's not going to be very hard to do. We'll go ahead and abide by that permanent. He's got an activate main where once per turn, you're going to burst 5 cards. You'll draw 1 card. And then for him to awaken, he's got an interesting awakening mechanic. When your life is at 4 or less, or if you have 20 or more cards in your drop area, you can draw 1 card, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and then you'll add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 cards in your life. And you're going to go ahead and awaken that way, flipping this card over to become VEGEKS, the Unsung Fusion Hero. VEGEKS is an interesting name. I think that they should have gone with Trageta, my personal opinion, but that's okay. Let's check out the permanent here. It still remains. You can only play mono black battle cards. A permanent of Sparking 20. Now, this is a really cool skill that we're going to go ahead and try to abuse, and we'll check it out when we look at the deck. But if you would lose the game by running out of cards in your deck, you're going to shuffle your drop area into your deck instead. So basically, you can't be decked out as long as you have 20 cards in your drop. You won't be able to be decked out. You'll be able to shuffle those cards right back into your deck and keep on battling. He's got an activate main, which is very crucial for going for game. We'll see this, how important this is too as we go through the deck. Once per turn, you're going to draw 1 card. You'll place 5 cards from the top of your deck in your drop area, and then you're going to choose up to 1 of your black unison cards, and it's going to gain double strike for the turn. So we can see right here with this leader, as he's working in tandem with his unison card, that giving that unison card double strike is going to be one of the ways that we're definitely going to go for game. But I have some other little text in here that I put in to try and balance out where the pressure's coming from. So let's go ahead and check out the deck. Now, I'm going at this, I think, a different way from most people. I decided to come at this with a different strategy and play a little bit more aggressive with both my leader and with my unison card. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the deck. Let's start off with the unison card. We're going to come down here to the new unison card, Super Saiyan Gotenks Fusion of Friendship. If your leader card is a black Saiyan card, when this card is placed in your drop area from your deck by a skill and you don't have a unison card in play, you may play this card from your drop area with 1 marker on it. He's going to add 2 markers for his first activate main. Choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. The card's going to get plus 10,000 power for the turn. His second activating main, which is going to be the one that you're going to want to use to go for game, you'll take away 4 markers, and this card's going to get plus 20,000 power and dual attack for the turn. So that's the powerful tandem that I was talking about. We have the unison card here. If you take away the 4 markers, it's going to go up to 25k. He starts off at a base power of 5,000, and if you pair that up with your leader's awakened ability, he's going to also have double strike. So you're getting a double striking dual attack swing going through at your opponent, 25k. So you can see that's where the pressure's coming from. Now we're going to run 4 copies of this because we're going to be doing a lot of milling from the top of the deck, a lot of bursting, and it would be nice if we're able to benefit off of him being able to come out if your leader card's a black Saiyan, which ours is. Now, I don't want the leader card to be left out in this. I'm actually running for a Kraken Space Time, and what this does is if your leader card is a black Saiyan, it's going to gain 15,000 power and double strike for the duration of the battle. The reason why I'm wanting to do this is because I don't want to just rely on the unison card to go for game. I can actually pressure with my leader, and I really think that this is a nice, easy way to do that. In the early game, you can sneak 2 lives off of your opponent. You know, even in the mid game, you can all of a sudden boost him up to hit for those 2 lives, and then you can activate his ability to give your unison card double strike, and you can keep that pressure going, potentially getting 6 lives right there with this little, you know, for 1 energy play. Let's go ahead now and we'll check out Furthering Destruction Champa. We know what this does. For 1 energy, you combo with this card, and he's going to give your battle card double strike. Very simple. We're going to run 4 copies of this. Now, I know that the permanent says you can't play, you can only play mono black cards. Well, we're not ever going to play the Furthering Destruction Champa. We're always using him for the combo. So giving that 10k boost and the double strike. So now all the battle cards can also hit for double strike. So you have your leader going for double strike, you've got your unison card going for double strike, and now all of your battle cards are going for double strike. And the battle cards that I've chosen, they have a nice little addition to go along with this double strike, and we'll check that out in a minute. Some extra cards that we're running, we're going to run 4 copies of Power Burst. We're running 4 copies of Remote Serious Bomb. You'd be surprised with this Remote Serious Bomb, you'd be surprised. What it does is your opponent chooses one of their battle cards, they send it to the warp. It's simple, it's effective removal for 1 energy. If you mill it, you don't mind because you're running 4 copies, and also the deck is going to recycle itself. So potentially you can be removing problematic cards throughout the game, just wiping them off the board for 1 energy. The Power Burst, what this is going to do, if your leader card is black, you're going to negate the attack, then you'll choose up to 1 black battle card from your drop area or warp with an energy cost of 1, and you're going to add it back to your hand. This is our main counter for the deck. It also has Sparking 5, which means it's going to be live right after that first turn where we use our leader's effect to send 5 cards from the top of our deck to draw a card. If Sparking 5, the effective Power Burst takes place, and you can activate this card's counter from your hand by adding a card from your life instead of paying the energy. So we'll be able to use that. And also we're going to run 4 of these 1-drop Son Goku making an entrance. This is the target to recur back off of the Power Burst. So Power Burst, negate, get the card back, negate another attack, you're recycling your deck. So you'll be able to use these cards over and over again. And here's another 1-drop that's going to be used. Now I want to run 4 copies of this. Supreme Kai of Time, Guardian of Space-Time. Auto, if you have 5 or less cards in your hand, when this card is used in a combo, this card gets plus 5,000 combo power for the battle. So this card's going to go up to a 10k boost if you have 5 cards in your hand, which hand size is not really something that we're worried about with this deck because we have so much recursion, we're swinging with double strikes a lot. Hand size is not something that we're really worried about. When I've battled with this deck, I've been hanging around 4 and 5 cards in hand, and I'm actually able to use this combo very well to go ahead and boost up and protect my leader. The secondary auto, if your leader card is a Black Saiyan, when this card is placed in your drop area from your deck by a skill, you can play this card from your drop area. Now, she doesn't have the unique, the way that the other 2 new cards do, that with that same effect. So that means you can stack these up. If you mill these cards off due to your leader's effect, you'll be able to stack them up on board. So that's why it's okay to, your hand size doesn't need to be, and not to worry so much about your hand size, because you'll be able to stack these on the board and you'll be able to combo with them to go ahead and either get that double strike through off of the Kraken Space-Time or to protect your leader. Let's check out the super combos. We're going to run 1 copy of the Bibbidi Primeval Conjurer. I'm running 1 copy of him. This one I'm trying to save to go for game. Depending on what my drop area is looking like, I would like to save this one to go for game to really put that final attack out of reach. I'm running 3 copies of Temporal Rescue Trunks. Now he's a Sparking 5, which means that once you've got 5 cards in your drop area, then his auto ability is going to come live. When you combo with this card, if your leader card is black, you're going to draw 1 card. So he's going to be live after that very first turn when you go ahead and mill the top 5 of your deck. Here we go. Let's check out Time Agent Trunks, and we'll check out Time Agent Vegeta right after that. Now, both of these cards have that same auto as the Supreme Kai of Time, the Guardian of Space-Time. So we'll check out Trunks first. He has Unique, so you can only have 1 copy of this in your battle area at any time. He's also got Blocker, which is good. He's going to be able to block and defend for us. Auto, when this card is played, you have to add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Now, that's adding up to, so you can add 0, you can add 1. It's up to you if you're looking to awaken. I like to play I actually play somewhat defensively on that aspect of it, try not to take too many cards from my life. Auto, if your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, when this card is placed in your drop area from your deck by a skill, you can play this card from your drop. So he's coming out for free, potentially coming out for free. And we're going to skip over here to Time Agent Vegeta. He's also got Unique. You can only play 1 copy at a time. Permanent, if this card would be removed from your battle area, it goes to the warp instead. So that can be a little problematic. Once he's removed from the board, he's going to the warp. He's not going to your drop. Auto, if your leader card is a Black Saiyan, when this card is placed in your drop area by a skill, you play it from the drop. So he's coming on board for free. Activating battle once per turn for 2 energy. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and send it to the owner's warp. So that's not bad. Nice little removal. You're able to get rid of somewhat problematic cards on the board, and you're sending them to the warp. They're not just going to the drop, so they potentially won't be coming back. Now, this is the card that's got everybody kind of going insane right now over this deck. Luckily, I had a play set that I had picked up from my local card shop, In-Game Cards and Anime, here in Ventura. So I had a play set that I was able to stick right into this deck. Now, this is the reason why. Let's go ahead and check out why is this card going have everybody going crazy. The card was originally like $1 a couple weeks ago. Now it's up to about $18 or $19 if you're looking to pick one up. But let's check this out. Vegeta, Reluctant Reinforcements. He's got Barrier. He's got 20k, so he's a tough body once he's on board. Auto, when you play this card, if your leader card's a Black Sand card, you're going to place the top 5 cards of your deck to your drop. That's perfectly fine. We have no problem with that. This deck loves sending cards to the drop. Now, the Activate main. For 1 energy, you'll place this card in the owner's drop area, and then you'll choose 1 Black Battle card with 19k power from your drop, and you're going to play it. So once you're milling those cards, and he goes out, he does his swing, you're going to go ahead and place this card in the drop. Something else is going to come out. Now, this is what I'm bringing out. I had 2 copies of this when I sat down to make the deck. I might get 2 more just to go ahead and really flesh this thing out. But Black Mass Saiyan, the Devastator, auto during your turn. If your leader card is black and there are a total of 15 or more Saiyan cards in you and your opponent drop area, when this card attack is negated, or when this card fails to deal damage to your opponent in a battle with their leader card, you're going to choose up to 1 card in your opponent's life and you're going to send it to the warp. Now, that's crucial because if your opponent activates a blocker, or, if this card's attack is negated, so if they go ahead and counter you, then you are going to be still dealing that damage. So even as we're talking about this video right now, I'm thinking I need to go ahead and probably pick up 2 more copies of this because I really like how this interaction is going to play. And also, when I'm playing this card, he has critical. Once I'm swinging at your leader, if you decide to let that attack go through, I'm going to drop this Furthering Destruction Champa on you. Now it's double strike crit. You're not getting those 2 lives to your hand. Those 2 lives are going straight to your drop area. So this is crucial, and you have a 19k body. He gets that 10k boost, and then let's say you've got that Supreme Kai of Time out there, and your hand size isn't that big. You're going all the way up to 39k double strike crit. So you could play very aggressive with this. The cards all recycle, so you don't mind being aggressive and tapping that energy to go ahead and give him the double strike. And yeah, I really do think that this is a good combo, and I can see why this has gone up. There's other targets though for this card, so let's go ahead and check out this other Vegeta target. He's a 19k body, also has critical, so you still the same rules apply with the Furthering Destruction Champa. You can get up to 29 double strike crit very easily. Auto bursting 5. When you play this card, if your opponent has 11 or more cards in hand, your opponent's going to choose cards from their hand and send them to their warp until they have 10 cards in hand. So if you're sitting across from somebody who's got a huge hand size, you can go ahead and rip some cards from their hand. I'm running 4 copies of this because this is what I had, but as I'm thinking about it, I might take down 2 copies of this in exchange for 2 more copies of the Black Mass Saiyan and the Devastator. So we can see why this card has gone up in price. And as a matter of fact, guys, that is actually the whole deck. In a nutshell, you can be very aggressive with this deck. You can go ahead, you're swinging, you're constantly putting pressure, whether it's double strikes or criticals. You're constantly putting pressure on your opponent. You're able to protect yourself, and you're able to recur back some of these cards. And then the big thing is that the permanent for your leader with that sparking 20, if you would lose this game by running out of cards in your deck, you're going to go ahead and shuffle your drop area back into your deck instead. So that is what, this is what I came up with in my first draft of this this new leader. I was really excited to go ahead and put something together for him. And this is what I came up with. I came up with something that can put a lot of pressure on the opponent and has a couple different ways that can beat you and really surprise. I think you can really surprise some people with this deck. So let's go ahead and let's check out the price. Now, like I said, $139.65. I did not spend that much money for this deck. This is that Vegeta, the Vegeta Reluctant Reinforcements right here that we kind of showcased. You can see for 4 copies, it's going to cost you $79.40. So, I mean, that's really where, the main bulk of the deck comes in. The Time Agent Vegetas, that's a new card. So this is going to, $13 for 4 copies. The Super Saiyan Gotenks Fusion of Friendship, that's the new Unison. So you can see there's $11. Same thing, Time Agent Trunks, 4 copies is $13.96. So everything else in the deck is, very, very easy to cheap. very, very cheap and easy to get your hands on. Plus, if you do pick up one, one of the starter decks, then you'll get already 2 of the Trunks, you'll get 2 of the Vegeta, you'll get 2 of this. So maybe picking up, 2 copies of the starter deck is the way to go ahead and flush those things out. And then depending on what you need, you'll have other cards in that deck that you can work with for other strategies. But this is what I came up with, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is a simple deck that I put together, and I'm excited to go ahead and use it and keep testing it out. I might come with another playlist, another deck list if things change. But for right now, this is actually what I'm going to use, and I've been able to get a couple dubs with it. So yeah, looking pretty good. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning into this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on. We got a lot of fun stuff going on here at LudyBros Entertainment. And I will see you guys next time.